Welcome back to another video. So I created this video almost 1 year ago regarding CSM. So we have the 3D scan, and afterwards we have the generative AI models over here. So I want to show you the progress of CSM. This video was recorded on 13th of April. We see it over here. Published CSM generative AI based on 3D scan. And we are currently in February 2025. Now, the case study will be the same, which is the following scan over here, made with Arctic Spider, the second generation. The file format available for this will be WRL and Maya. These two will have textures. This is the STL, which only will have geometry. And I already loaded the model over here within Blender. Now, let's take a look at the models created by CSM. So in order to generate those, I will go to Image to 3D Texture, Upload. I have the sample over here. And we're going to see that the models that are available currently within CSM AI are sculpt. So this will be for geometry, fastest model. This will process the faster and will be most consistent. But also if you want texture, you will need to go with the second option over here. We also have the refine with texture. This took a little bit more processing. As we can see, the time is estimated at around 1 hour, and this has been deprecated now. So you're just gonna click submit, and this will start do the work over here. So we have the original, we have the segmented mask for that image, and over here we're gonna have the mesh preview. So I already have it processed over here within Sculpt, and this is the output. And one thing that I noticed within the newer version is that the model will be much better regarding the, let's say, the scale of the model. We see over here in terms of the profile of the horse. Over here, if you're gonna see, a lot of models were really thin, so this sculptured compared to those that have been 3D scanned. Now, if I want to download this, I will go to download for mesh. This will make an archive, and within that archive, we're going to have a wide variety of file formats. So if I will go over here, we're going to see the FBX, the GLB, and the OBJ. So I'm going to import, for example, the GLB file. So I go to File, Import, GLB. Within downloads, the last session, this will be that, and I will have it loaded. Now, we see that this will be the model output. Keep in mind that this was generated just based on a single image. Now, regarding the scale, this hasn't been, let's say, defined, but that shouldn't be any problem because we can just scale it within Blender. And I'm going to make it roughly the same over here. So now if I will move this on the y-axis, I will also rotate this. We're going to see that the models will no longer be flipped. So the initial models and also my first video regarding this had all the models flipped. But keep in mind that this is quite impressive considering that this was all generated using a single image input. An image that I took directly from the platform over here. So they have an embedded section for the 3D models. You can go to full screen. You can move this around, and I took a screenshot of this. So the input resolution was not that high. As we can see, this was a sample. And that was added to the CSM tool over here, and we received the following output. We can also do a retexture, and over here we can do some tweaking in order to improve the texture, but we can better work directly within Blender on the texture. If you want to, we can go to texture paint, and we can have this unwrapped over here, and we can use the clone tool, and we can copy various texture from the model. Or we can do a baking, where we can transfer the ones acquired by the 3D scanner. Now, regarding the overall shape, if I will go to the mesh, we're going to see that one major change over here is that we have a horn over here onto the horse nose over here, as we can see. And for all the details that are added over here, those will only be available within the texture. And we see also that the shape of that, let's say, halberd is different. So over here it starts like this, but will end once it reaches the user hand. And afterwards the AI tool consider, since this is the perspective, the AI tool thought that this should be added onto the horse nose over here. If I would change that, so if I will go over here, and if I will maybe make the input like this will make this side better, but we won't have the main side over here with the horseman. This is why I'm waiting for this kind of generative AI tools to work with multiple inputs, just like within photogrammetry. So I can input one image from this side for the same model over here, one over here that will give me the overall shape of the statue, maybe one from the top, and have that tool extract from all of those images and define the final model. And I think that this will be the most important breakthrough for generative AI. And I'm sure that this will start to be available within 2025. Now, if I will go over here, for example, onto the second page, I have all the inputs. For example, like this one, this is also refined. As you can see over here, the same problem. We have that added section onto the head of the horse. And this is a lot thinner than it should be. So this is something that within the newer model, we see the overall size of the model is a lot better. So if I will try to scale this, this is really impressive. So I can see that there has been made a real progress within the past year for the CSM tool over here. So if I'm going to go on to the second one, let's take a look at this. I will not load them within Blender because I already did that within this video, where I discussed the main problems that the tool had. So compared to this one, we see that just in less than a year, we have started to reach to this point. Overall, for the face of the horse, I think that this is quite well defined. For the horseman, not so much. So we see over here the profile of that helmet. We have some of the sections added, but the face is totally, let's say, not well defined. So we have this. Again, this is quite thin. So just like I would select the model and I will scale it only on the y-axis, and we see that in some cases we can do a little bit of scaling in order to reach those proportions. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what is your opinion regarding this. So I will position a similar video on the left side and a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.